Oh, hi Pete, this is Chris. I'm just coming home from work. School is in Shimizu, which is a long way away, but it's a very interesting experience. Today was very humid. Managed to get through 3 lessons, and I was glad they're all over. But now in Japan, around lunchtime, it's very, very difficult to teach. The humidity is very high. At night time and in the morning, it's actually quite pleasant. It's actually not too bad now, it cools down, but this is a cool area because it's the mountains. And I've taken photos of this bridge, but I don't think I've actually filmed it, so I thought I'll show it to you. And quite picturesque, this area, but this bridge is quite famous for this place. Well, it's in the sticks, but it's very scenic. And this bridge goes right across. You can see the river here. And I'm yet to see a deer. Apparently there's deers in there. The reason I'm coming out right now, it's actually, well, the river is looking quite beautiful right now, and it's quite cool, so it's not too humid, it's quite pleasant. Now in the middle of the day you don't want to go outside, but the water's looking good. And before, after the heavy rain and the typhoon, it looked quite ugly, bits of driftwood here and there, but now it's looking very nice. And you can see that road right there, and a few houses pretty high up, the house there. Now there are a lot of cars that come through here. This is quite rural and in the middle of nowhere, but a lot of cars come up and down this way. So obviously might be a few industries in here, a few companies, people come to work here, or they could just be local people heading down below to do a bit of shopping, because there is a lot of I just noticed there's one shopping centre, very small, like a corner store, but there isn't much apart from trees here. But you know, I imagine you live in a place like this, it's a lot cheaper to live the rent here. This bridge is quite a long bridge, and yeah, it's very nice now, the weather, but middle of the day, oh, it was very terrible. And I felt very, very tired earlier on the day, but now I sort of got through it, and now I feel quite refreshed. But still haven't, after the long summer break, I haven't really adjusted my body clock back to this. But of course, the ideal job is to live really close to where you work, which was the case when I was in Shizuoka Gotemba, just to one school, and 5 minutes. It's just a shame they didn't have a contract where you know. Just can't go to one school and live in this area. That would have worked out fine. Yeah, it was a little bit strange, my contract, because they've got one school which I go to 4 days a week. That's fine, I love that school. And this one I come here every Friday. Then the other third one, I only go there 6 times in the year, which is strange. You would have thought if you've got me 3 schools, you would have balanced it out. And it looks like we can't go through. There's a sign here, passing through. I wonder why. I walk through here, and there's obviously a reason behind it. Something to do. You can't pass through here. Stop. But I'll ignore that. And I'll just show you a bit of this. Just a pathway. The thick mountains here. Yeah, the wildlife, you can see that sign, the wildlife is protected. So you can't come in and hunt for animals. You get a fine. And yeah, I've walked down this pathway before, and it does lead a long way away, so I'm not sure the extent to how far it goes. But one thing, when you come in here, it's a lot cooler. And imagine the winter time. And just a shame. Well, I suppose this isn't really area, isn't it, for recreational purposes. It's a shame they don't really have sort of a picnic area right near, but it's a little bit it's a little bit too hilly, I guess. Wonder why that sign's there. Might have been could have been the flooding or something. I'm not sure. Doesn't seem to be any dangerous things ahead. And just show you some of the river again. If you're into oil painting, yes, this is what you're looking for. There you go. Yeah, it will be interesting to buy a house up there. It must be quite cheap. We'll leave it there and I'll head home. Thank you for watching. I'm Chris Orr.